Hey, what's going on YouTube? Thank you so much for joining me for another adventure. On this episode, I have something to show you, a lot to talk about. But first, we'll get into the emergency preparedness kit. So don't go anywhere because you do not want to miss it. Welcome back everybody, and thank you so much for sticking with me. Yes, today we'll be discussing with the emergency preparedness and first aid kit by Resque First. First, I want to say thank you to my 114 subscribers. Just recently started making more videos and getting more subscribers. Kind of a little slow when trying to get that set up, but however, this is what I do. I'm going to show you a really cool kit. You can take it backpacking, camping. For instance, I'll probably end up putting this in my wife's car. This would be really good for like survival and preparedness and whatnot. I have not looked at what is inside this, so today everything is like new for the first time of actually showing you what is in here. I did kind of look and see a couple of things I might end up like replacing because, as you know, they don't always have like the best quality is inside here. So I'll end up like showing you replacing some of the items that I have. So let's get into it here. First, show off when I first pulled this open was the disaster section. It looks like it comes here with a whistle, light stick, and wrapper, AM, FM with the flashlight, and a pair of AAA batteries. One pair, I would say two. Well, let's go ahead and open it up. We'll just open it up one by one. You look and see. By the way, I did get this for absolutely free. They had a promotion over here in Washington State for this. But however, you can buy this online for $20. $20 some cents, something like that, around the price range. I will have the description down below on this. Would recommend getting it. Just by looking at it just now, I had not seen a kit this severe in a long time for like $20-25. So this is actually pretty good for the price. Anyway, so let's go ahead and then take a look at a couple of things here. Let's see here. So it does come with a has a whistle in here. Just by looking at it, I'm just gonna try to wrap this up and just go through a little bit of this stuff. This is kind of stuff I was thinking about replacing. I'm actually putting a real flashlight inside here and a good radio. The glow stick, pretty explanatory. Good to have. So I'm definitely gonna keep that in there. The whistle, I really don't like plastic whistles all that much. So I probably end up replacing that. It's got that little ball in there, but if you guys don't know, through time, that little ball and the plastic from it beating around, if you use it a lot, will warp out and become no good. So I'm going to replace that with like maybe a brass or steel whistle or something like that. Haven't decided yet. So pulling this out here, stand on the little radio. You guys seen these around time and time again. These are actually pretty standard. Comes with a set of headphones, which is really not that good. I have a better set of headphones to replace it, depending on how good this radio is. So we'll definitely test that out later. So emergency. Got the emergency blanket, 38 by 60 inches. You have the emergency blanket poncho. It says emergency blanket poncho, but from looking at the description online, it looks like just a normal emergency poncho, not a blanket. Which I've used these before for emergency. They're good to have. I would say probably one use. Something I probably end up replacing for something a little bit different. And actually, I do have something too. Yeah, I don't have actually a poncho as of yet to replace it, but we'll definitely keep that in there. Comes with your standard face mask. Nowadays, these are good to have, especially if you forget yours at home. The normal one that you use is always good to be able to have a backup. emergency blanket. I've seen these blankets before. I don't know. Let's go ahead and open it up here. I don't really necessarily trust these emergency blankets all that much. Let me just look at one corner of it to see if it like shows through. It does not. So this actually is a good emergency blanket. I did open up the package. I'll go ahead and reseal it. So we'll definitely keep that. Comes an auto kit. Not really sure what this is. This is accident report guide. Call 911 emergency flag. Call 911 emergency flag. I guess if we have you're broke down on the side of the road and you're stuck in a horrible situation, especially during winter. If cell phone dies, it's good to have for other cars to drive by. Okay, let's look at the. Okay, so components. 1 plastic tweezers, 10 safety pins, CPR breathing barrier. Good to have. Instant cold press, 5" by 6". Definitely good to have. Medical grade gloves, large pair, emergency first aid guide, first aid tape roll, scissors, wooden finger splits, cotton tip applicators. To let you know, this is a 180 piece emergency preparedness kit. So that with the components, that's very good, especially a CPR breathing barrier. That's good to have. Not seeing a lot of kits with that. You have first aid, you have your sterile iPad, combined pad, sponges, roller gauze bandages, triangular bandage. If you're really stuck in a horrible situation, all this stuff is actually really good to have on hand. It's better to have it and not use it, and then need it and can't use it at all, or not able to use it, or however that saying goes. Bandages, your typical bandages, has quite a bit in here. Sponges, you see it's all wrapped up together. Antiseptic towelettes, and let's see, this medications, and then comes with 4 first aid burn cream. The bag's actually quite big. You can actually put medication and stuff in there. As you can see, these bags are actually pretty good, and they have a Ziploc on them, so that way you can reseal it. You can put other stuff inside here. It will definitely fit. I don't see why not. However, I would say good kit. Other than like the radio and the whistle, I probably end up replacing. Put a decent flashlight in there. It says it comes with a flashlight. Well, let's open up and put it together right now. So I put the batteries in. I just noticed it is made out of very cheap plastic. I guess if you were really delicate with it, I want to actually plug it in and see how it works. We'll try the headphones that it came in with. Definitely very cheap, but this is $25, so just as long as the quality is good out of it, we can definitely keep it. We'll definitely give it a try. It doesn't really say which one's the left or the right, so we'll just put them in here. You might not be able to hear it for a few, but I will let you know how it is. And normally I noticed that the volume was actually on, so that it was draining the batteries. Let's go ahead and scrolling through. The headphones were really not all that great. It doesn't really give you what channel is on, and I'm not really getting nothing except for Spanish channels, which, I mean, it's okay. Well, then I'm going to replace it with something a little bit different. Probably a solar-powered charger, so where you're not wasting batteries. Batteries are good to have, but however, you know, they end up going bad at some point. So having like a solar charger or a crank system radio is good to have. Get a little bit of good stations on here. So yeah, if you're in an area where you'll be able to actually get weather reports and stuff like that, I'm sure that this will actually work. I'm gonna go ahead and replace it with the old iPhone headphones. Those are definitely going to have. Um, Not going to say that these are for other uses or any cordage or anything like that. We'll probably end up putting cordage in there. But those are strictly for just your radio if need be. If you're stuck somewhere where you have to leave your vehicle by at some point, or if your battery dies on your thing and you need to have contact with the outside world. Which, I mean, radios are good to have, but um, scanners and stuff like that is probably a little bit better to put in here. So I would say overall, I would give this one. It did have 4.8 stars on this kit. So if I had to rate it myself, I would give it about a good 4 stars. It's not a bad kit for the price. I would say it's recommended. Definitely go check it out. Pick one up. It's very, very good for home. It has a lot of good stuff in here that I would say that'd be really useful. Other than just emergency, I'm sure that it does cost a lot of money to put that kind of stuff in there. So you can definitely replace it with something that you know that you can actually use for your own personal needs. So that's what I recommend. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. And if you are here at the very end, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe with your families and your social media network. And always remember, explore the outdoors.